All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings be unto the hopeful elect, pushing his truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right, this is Brother Yakanan from the GMS England branch, and as you can see, this is going to be an in-transit video. Lord willing, it be edifying unto you brothers out there and few sisters listening and also learning. Okay, now inspiration for this video, for this lesson, is drawn from a video I was just watching from the elder Yashawamba over at Remnant Saved 144. Okay, subscribe and watch that video because it's highly edifying. Now, he was replying to another video showing a few members from the IUIC on the highways and the byways, and you had another individual roll up questioning them in regards to the MOTB, the chip. And it wouldn't be surprising, like the elder mentioned in his video also, if that individual watches our videos, Great Millstone, okay, because of the way he was going into the information. It wouldn't be surprising to find out that he watches Great Millstone, more than likely, all right, because we're the only group that really, aggressively pushes the MOTB, okay? Aggressively, pushes the MOTB because it's very important, all right? It's a very important prophecy that's about to come to pass in these last days, and that's why the spirit of Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shai Bashim Wakar Kodash has us pushing it, so aggressively, all right? Because it's very important. Now, as I was saying, this video of this man, questioning the IUIC in regards to the MOTB, it just goes to show that, one of the things that came to mind, it just goes to show that the way these individuals react to that information, to that prophecy of the mark of the beast, Revelation 13 and 16, it really does show you that they're prepared. They've already prepared themselves in their mind to take that device. They've already prepared themselves in the mind, to take that, chip when it is made mandatory upon the earth, because like the elder was saying, they're so reluctant to go into it, and they don't warn people. Even if they don't believe it, they don't warn people not to take it, okay? Because that's a highly wicked thing, to become a part of, all right? To actually receive a mark within the flesh that ultimately is going to make you, one, with Esau Edom, okay? And make you a slave to Esau Edom and his system, okay? And, these guys love to talk about and boast about the law. Well, like the elder Yashawamba also mentioned, the law, warns you about making, cuttings in the flesh. And if you, were so up on the law, you would know that there's such thing as a digital awl, okay? Well, an awl, okay? And the MOTB is what we call the digital awl, okay? Because the awl is something that you would bore in your earlobe, okay? And it would symbolize that you were happy to be enslaved, to your master, okay? Whoever you was laboring for, at that time, that would symbolize that you didn't want to leave and that you wanted to maintain, being a slave, okay? So a digital awl, as we call it, all right, here at Great Millstone is basically you receiving, you know, that MOTB within yourself, man. All right. But, you know, in this day and age, okay, it's a digital orb because it has all your information on it. It has your name, you know, it's going to have your address, you know, your date of birth, you know, your medical information, you know, credit, debit card information, you know, your bank details. Everything is going to be on that digital orb. All right. Which is why we call it a digital orb. And that is going to be, you know, your whole being, your whole existence is going to be on that device, which makes you a digital slave, okay, and a physical slave, okay. That you know, device ultimately, you know, when you go into the deepness of it, that's going to dictate what you can do and can't do in society. And anyone that doesn't have that device, you're not going to be able to operate on the grid of Esau Edom, okay. So there's great consequences, you know, for taking this digital orb. All right, great consequences. And you can go to Revelation, the 14th chapter, all right, and it tells you the judgment for taking that device, which is death, okay? So even if you didn't believe that the RFID chip was the mark of the beast, based off of the strength of knowing the law, all right, and of knowing, you know, how us as a nation of people, you know, get down, you know, concerning, well, how the Lord gets down, you know, concerning his people, okay? You would warn people not to take that device, even if you didn't believe it was, you know, the RFID chip, man, because that's a wicked thing to take, you know, a device within yourself, pierced in your skin, which is against the law, you know, as we quoted earlier, okay? And as the elder Yeshua mentioned in his video, and as I'm mentioning in this video now, that is a wicked thing to do, and is against the law anyway, okay? So it just goes to show that really they're trying to make way for this chip to be taken, okay? They're not trying to warn you not to take it. They're trying to really eventually embrace it, receive it, okay? Because a lot of these guys have sold out, all right? And that's why they're not warning of the dangers and the ramifications of taking that device, man, because they're going to take it themselves, because they want to be in league, okay, and joint in Esau Edom's system, and they want to sustain themselves from the grid, all right, when it's necessary that you have that chip to be on the grid, man. That's what they're giving themselves up for, man. So they don't want to condemn and rebuke, you know, the RFID chip, man, and warn you about that, because they're getting ready to take it themselves, and they're getting ready to advise their congregation to take it too. That's why they downplay the seriousness of this topic, okay? They downplay it because, you know, more than likely it's part of that 501c3, you know, that covenant with death that they've made with Esau Edom, all right? And that goes for anyone that's not, you know, heavily pushing, you know, that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. You know, you are to have that skull pale on you, okay? Because that's a really, you know, strange thing not to teach and not to aggressively teach, considering, you know, how serious of a thing it is. It's considering the judgment, you know, for taking it. You know, why wouldn't you be pushing that, man? You know, why the hell wouldn't you be pushing that, knowing that the judgment for doing that is death? You know, it's crazy. I mean, you know, knowing that the MOTB is the mark of the beast, knowing that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, you know, that's just as important as you knowing that you're an Israelite, man. Okay? Straight up. You know, because you can know that you're an Israelite, but you go ahead and take that chip, what's going to happen? You're going to be destroyed. And that's why it's so important to have 100% truth. Okay? Knowing you were Israelite, that's just the beginning. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, but that's ultimately just the beginning, man. You gotta actually know and understand what the MOTB actually is, man. All right, because that can affect your spiritual well-being. That can affect you in these last days, man. You know. Anyway, man, that's what I really wanted to say in this video. You know, Lord willing, it was edifying unto you brothers out there, a few sisters listening and learning. And with that, I'll say shalom.